Have you ever tried traveling and stay at the airport for a really long time? Why? Because you're staying in front of the exchange center, calculating all those currency exchange rates and stuff like that. Is my currency going strong, or is their currency going strong? The answer is I don't know, and then you stay there forever. Okay? Today we're going to talk about FX 101. So currency is really a big deal that we really cannot left behind because it's really useful for your traveling, for investing, or even any business about export and import and anything about economic and even the businesses between countries and countries. So when currencies goes weaker or stronger, a lot of things will be affected. So first of all, no matter what you're going to do, travel, invest, you really have to understand the chart. So let me open you the USD and JPY. For example, I'm an American citizen, I'm holding US dollar. For example, I'm really planning to go to Japan and visit and travel and invest. So how should I look at the chart? So as you can see the chart, is going down and going up really strong. What does it mean? So there's always a pair to compare. So a currency is stronger compared to what? A car is faster compared to what car? Okay? So it's always a comparison. So in this case, the first currency is US dollar. We call it domestic currency. Domestic currency. The later currency is called foreign currency. So it's between domestic and foreign currency. So you understand this point and you can see. So ever since the end of 2016, this USD and JPY, the chart is going down. What does it mean? It goes down, it is proportion to the domestic currency. Meaning that if it goes down, US dollar is weaker. So it has less purchasing power to buy something, okay? So if it goes up, meaning US dollar is going stronger. So for the later currency, for the foreign currency, you have to flip the chart upside down. So it's inversely proportional. So if this chart is going down, meaning that Japanese yen is going stronger against compared to the US dollar. If it's going up, it means US yen is going weaker and against the US dollar. So I'm asking you, in which phase we should go to Japan and travel and buy stuff? The answer is now. The answer is now. Or end of 2016. You really want to see the trend is going up. The trend is going up. When the trend goes up, for example, I go to another country, for example, USD and Australia, okay? Usually people will put Australia in the front, but for the sake of convenience, we'll just put it this way. But note that in Bloomberg or stuff like that, they tend to use Australian dollar and euro in the front. For other all kinds of pairs of currency, they will use US dollar. So in this case, you will see that for one is now 1.355. So for each dollar of US dollar, you can exchange $1.35 of Australian dollar. Doesn't mean that you get more of dollars back. It means that with the valuation the same, what is the figures that have to convert in order to speak in their language? So $1 of US dollar, supposedly you spend $1.35 of Australian dollars. Supposedly they're buying similar value of products. That is the story. So now, if I'm going to Australia now, is it a benefit or I lose money? Okay, so you have to look at the trend. So ever since March of this year, the trend of USD AUD has been going up. So does it mean it's more beneficial for US citizens to go to Australia and travel and play, or Australians go to US to play? Okay, the answer you have to look at if the Australian is weaker or stronger. So applying the example I used before, if the chart is going up, it's inversely proportional to the later currency, which is the foreign currency. So that means the Australian is inversely proportional, right? Australian dollar is going weaker, but the US dollar is stronger. In this case, you, as if you are Americans, you go to Australia and travel will be beneficial, okay? So if this trend is going down, which means US dollar is going weak, your purchase power is lower, but Australian dollar is going stronger, so people from Australia should really visit US dollar. So now, after emphasizing or sharing how to look at chart, now either you invest or you go to travel, you really have to look at if the currency is stronger or weaker compared to 1 or half year ago. Or now, if you understand charting or technical analysis, you can even try to predict the trend. Is it going to be stronger or weaker for that currency, for that country that you are planning to visit? If that's going stronger, that's fine. I will change my plan to go into another country to visit. That is their currency is going weaker. So now, why is there any FX platforms and stuff like that? Because if I say, oh, I have a really solid evidence that AUD to CAD, which is Australian dollar to Canadian dollar, will go strong. We can buy it, meaning that the chart will go up. Meaning what? The Australian will be stronger against the Canadian dollar. The Canadian will be weaker. So if you do any pairing under FX investment, that's really easy. Find a stronger pair and pair with the weakest pair. So, for example, there's any good news about the economy in Australia, then you mark down that Australian dollar will be positive. And anything about interest rate cuts or economy turning bad from Canada, then Canada has a negative score. So this pair, one is stronger and another weaker, you can long this currency. So why does FX exist? So let's say I'm an American citizen. I'm holding all of my US dollars. If the opportunities comes, I really love this pair. So I have to exchange my US dollar to Australian dollar, and then I have the Australian dollar exchange to the Canadian dollar, right? That's really troublesome. So in the platform, you just open any FX platform. So whatever currency you're holding, they will just calculate whatever pair you're investing, they will calculate the percentage of the profit or loss into your USD account or HKD account or Malaysian account, any currency account that you opened. So that is really, really convenient. So now the tools are out there. And how to book a flight ticket, you know. So as of how to execute, you know the answer. But why you should execute or what to execute now. So you now more understand about how the currency is going stronger or actually going weaker. So in terms of business, if your domestic currency is going stronger, you should import stuff, right? So if your domestic currency is going weaker, you should export. So that's why Donald Trump and also the China president, Mr. Xi, they're all talking about one thing. Your currency is going too weak because every country is about earning money, right? The only way to earn money is export. The only way people will buy the stuff is because your things are cheap. If you cannot cut your prices, you can cut your currency, right? So any monetary policies or any policies is only about one thing, is how to control currencies. If you can able to use your money power or army power, you can control currency and your country or even your household can benefit from earning money from exporting, importing, or traveling. So with that being said, remember to subscribe my channel if you haven't already. If you have any questions, please leave me comments below. And if you find investing, I find investing is pretty easy. It's not as hard as you think. So it's always about life, anything that's surrounding you. And most importantly, investing is about money. And money is the tool for us to maintain our quality of our lives, of our families, okay? So anything about families and anything that we see in our daily lives, you should invest in it, right? So that's pretty simple. If you agree, please smash the like button and share this video to all of your friends. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Please try hitting 1,000 subscribers. Thanks for your support. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.